So this is the map of my game. As you can see, it's a bit unfinished because there isn't a wall on one side of it. I had plans on expanding it, but that never happened. In my game, there's grass pieces that you have to cut down, and so this is the code to one of the grass pieces. I won't go over the whole code because that will take a while, but I'll go over some of the parts of the code that make the most sense to me. As you can see at the top, the code is defining the variables such as players equals players. Tween service means like an action is done smoothly. I'll talk about that later. Grass equals the parent of the script, so the part that the script is inside of. Hits, max hits, and then heal timer. So when you hit the grass in my game, it changes color slightly, and I wanted to make it so if you don't hit it again within 15 seconds, it resets its health back to full. And you'll see later that the grass changes color smoothly back to the color of its full health. Once again, tween will help with changing the color smoothly. So now this is the actual heal timer function, and what it does is it resets the timer if there's an existing heal timer function going, and if there isn't, then it'll count down from 15, which is the task.wait, and then it'll basically change the color from the damaged color back to the full health color. The cut grass function basically adds 1 coin onto your existing coins on the leaderboard, which is also called leader stats in Roblox. This part of the code basically detects to see if the grass is hit by an object that is also named Weed Whacker, which is the name of the tool that you'll see in a minute that cuts the grass down. It adds the hit that just happened onto the existing amount of hits from before, which also changes the color to a darker color. This is more important with the yellow grass that you'll see later because that has more shades of color to it because it takes more hits to destroy. So now moving on to the actual game, this is the starting area that you spawn in. It has some pieces of grass and large grass. And this is the tool called the Weed Whacker that you use to destroy the grass. And you'll notice how the green grass takes 2 hits to destroy. And notice here how the grass gradually changes color instead of going from green to darker green instantly. That's what tween does in the code. I finally have 1,500 coins, which means I can buy this button upgrade, which also gives me 2 power. So it upgrades the power on the leaderboard to 2. And so now I can hit this grass down in 1 hit. If you remember the reset grass function, it reset the color of the grass, which you'll see happen in a second. And the grass also grows back after 5 seconds after being cut. You might remember that the grass whacker tool is very basic. I tried making a more complex model, but for some reason it didn't want to work when cutting the grass, so that's why I had to go to a basic model. Once I reach 7,500 coins, I should be able to get through this wall. And now I can start cutting the yellow grass, which takes more hits, and it has more shades of brown to it. The yellow grass also gives you more coins when it's cut down, so cutting it is way more efficient. And you'll notice on the damaged grass, the color grows back, even if it hasn't been cut down all the way, which is due to the reset grass function. I don't think I could have coded this project without Claude because there were some specific things that I had to code that there wouldn't be any tutorials out there for. And if I didn't understand something, Claude could explain it for me, which a YouTube video couldn't. Claude told me how to do everything step by step, and if something didn't work, I could ask it what went wrong, and I would paste all the errors from the output box into the text box. A few months ago, I tried coding my own Roblox game too, and so I had a lot of experience from that, which made this project a lot easier too.